Update 4 on Hurricane Cristobal, which continues to intensify, winds at 80 miles per hour and a pressure of 983 millibars. Right now, here is the track forecast for Cristobal, expected to continue as a hurricane for the next 48 hours. By 72 hours, expected to be post-tropical hurricane and continue as a post-tropical storm towards Ireland. So not gonna go towards not Ireland, Iceland. I meant not Ireland. Ireland's over here. To Iceland. So here we have watches and warnings, and we have watches, and right now we'll look at them now. Tropical storm watches continue to be in effect for Bermuda right now. Here, that's the only place that's in a watch right now. And now check the storm's movement. We're going to see where it's moving just to make sure where it's heading, and just in case of anywhere else. The storm location is 30.4 degrees north, 71.5 degrees west, and it's about 415 miles west-southwest of Bermuda. Winds are 80 miles per hour, and it's moving north at 15 miles per hour and a pressure of 983. Once again, tropical storm watches are in effect for Bermuda. Tropical storm watches mean that right here. Next, we're going to check the latest satellite imagery. Here's the latest imagery. This is the infrared false color imagery, and here's the system. You can see more losing some thunderstorms again. Some dry air is getting into the system. This is all dry air right here. This here shows up as yellow, some yellow. You'll see that more clearly on the water vapor. You can see there's a lot of dry air. Earlier there was more thunderstorms on top of the center. So this is Bermuda. So now we're going to check the regular infrared rainbow. Well, yeah, the infrared. Here's infrared zoomed in on Cristobal. A little blurry because the image is zoomed in, but you can see losing in thunderstorms, not as bright reds, especially around the center. Dry air is getting into Cristobal, but its winds are intensifying as shown in the advisory. So this is all dry air. You'll see that again on the water vapor, which we're going to go now to. Here is the water vapor. You can see dry air getting as shown as we saw in less thunderstorms in the center, and you can see dry air getting into the storm, especially in this side. And we can zoom out, and you can see the future path for the system. You can see there is some dry air, not as much, but this time it's going to be post-tropical, so still has to battle some dry air. And that's the system for now. We're going to check again now the visible imagery. Here's the visible imagery. You can see dry air continuing to get in the system. System fairly not that organized as it was earlier today, and looking more like a hurricane as it was earlier today than it is now. And it was weaker earlier, 75 miles per hour. all today until this current 11 o'clock advisory. We're going to check the forecast. Not forecast, I mean. Next, we're going to, oops, sorry. Here's the tropical storm wind probabilities. You can see it's still lopsided, and you can see the far wind field. You can see Bermuda getting in there around 30% chance. That's why it's a watch. And you can see this when these going all the way up to Iceland area as a post-tropical cyclone, as well as now Newfoundland has now starting to see a 30% chance now on this current advisory. You can see the edges of Newfoundland is here. You have a 10 and a 5% chance on the mainland of Newfoundland. And so Newfoundland, people in Newfoundland should be watching this because this system could bring some winds there. Next, the hurricane, the 50-knot winds or 58 miles per hour or greater. Here's the 50-knot winds, and you can see there's a slight 5% chance, but that's a very on the edge, and maybe a 5% chance and a 10% chance I can't see on the map, but that's going towards Iceland again. So people in Iceland should be watching this as well. Maybe in Newfoundland as well could see winds about from 40 to 50 miles per hour, possibly. Not yet, we're not there yet, as well as people in Bermuda. So, as well, people in the United States, be careful. There is rip current risk on the coast. Well, I am in the United States, but so if you have on the coastline of the East Coast of the United States, rip currents, and we're going to now lastly check the hurricane force winds. Here are the hurricane force winds. You can see maybe only 100% chance, really. Nowhere on land will see hurricane force winds on this map, which is a good thing. And next, we're going to check the models as well as feature stuff for the storm, like sea surface temperatures and more on the water vapor, as well as models for other future storms that may form. Here's the GFS model. This is Cristobal. You can see it goes up towards Ireland area by Saturday, almost near there. And this is when it's post-tropical. And you can see by Saturday, we have a new wave coming off on Thursday or Friday and developing to a pretty strong, pretty like tropical storm, tropical depression force. Maybe this could become Tropical Storm Dolly, which would be our fourth storm, and maybe something starting to develop. Not really nothing, maybe just a tropical wave there, but this looks more promising. So Cape Verde Islands, possibly a new system is going to emerge off the coast. So will this be first Cape Verde type hurricane this year, or will it die along here? Die out in this area of unfavorable. We'll see that in the water vapor as well as sea surface temperatures. Next, we're going to check the European model if it predicts the same storm coming off the coast. Here is the European model. You can see it doesn't really predict anything coming off the coast. You can see this. Anything coming off the coast on this, maybe just a little for a second, for a couple, really nothing, maybe a light tropical wave, but coming off, and doesn't really, even though it shows Cristobal as a weak system as of now, but you can see it's fairly stronger than what it is. And so maybe we see possibly Dolly could be forming off the coast. We'll check the sea surface temperatures and water vapor, if that system could survive. So let's go to that now. There are fairly warm sea surface temperatures. This is the world sea surface temperatures. Here you can see TD, Tropical Depression, Katrina, and Marie in the Pacific as well. Here's Cristobal, what this video's main purpose is on. Or if this system comes off, this is fairly warm temperatures. Maybe when if it goes up this way, then there's a little bit cooler water, but still conducive for hurricane development. And Cristobal, which is gonna probably in the next 48 hours or so, it will be in this area and it's gonna drop off. Next, and lastly, the water vapor for this next system. Here is lastly the water vapor, and this is probably what's going to kill if that system doesn't form. This is what's going to happen to it. Dry air, you can see if it goes this way, there's a little bit cooler water. There's still some moisture to keep it moist, but look at all this really dry air coming off. So that system, if it does develop, it could be, but as of the conditions, there's not. Oops, sorry. Not this. I have to put this movie together. Oh, sorry about that. But here you can see dry air. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more on Hurricane Cristobal. Till next time, bye.